All right. Good day, everybody, and welcome to Headline Hits with LW. It is Tuesday, August the 2nd, 2022. A few things in the news. We're going to have a great show tonight. I hope you guys show up in the numbers because we got a lot to talk about tonight. But let's talk about what's in the immediate news right now. The large McKinley fire. I know I talked about this last night, but it is still raging out of control. Large McKinley fire near California-Oregon border explodes to 55,000 acres and more. The large blaze called the McKinley fire has erupted near the Oregon-California border and has reached over 55,000 acres with 0% contained, according to authorities. So last night it was 0% contained. Today, again, 0% contained. Cal Fire reports that the blaze began on Friday south of the Klamath River and within 72 hours had burned a large area entirely within the Siskiyou County. Conditions in the mountains have been very dry, owing to a severe drought that has now lasted for 3 years. The fire spread was aided by strong winds as well. People have been evacuated. Excuse me. People have been evacuated, but there are some residents that are staying and fighting the blaze, trying to save their homes. We all know that sometimes in these wildfire seasons, a lot of people get burned out of their homes, which brings me to the next headline, the next article. Biden administration not fully compensating victims for forest fire that federal government had started. What's that all about? Well, the Biden administration has told New Mexico forest fire victims to cover certain property damage expenses for forest fire the U.S. government started. In April, the U.S. Forest Service mismanaged a controlled burn in the northern New Mexico that ended up merging with another controlled blaze, resulting in over 341,000 acres of land being burned and 432 homes were destroyed in that fire. In response, President Joe Biden announced in June that the U.S. government is covering 100% of the cost for the next critical months of recovery during the visit to that state. However, they also said that there were certain things that they weren't going to cover. Now, this is the reason why I brought this up is we do believe in weather manipulation, a lot of drought across certain parts of the country. I believe that the earth does go through its natural climate changes. I think that that's just something that has happened since the beginning of time. But I do believe there's technology out there that can change climate and can control weather. And why are they burning these people out? Right? So we've been talking about this for quite a while. Do they burn people out so that it pushes them into the cities, into what they call these smart cities? I don't know. It's a possibility. Just thought I would drop that little tidbit there. So here's the next headline. Chicago health system to pay workers $10 million in a settlement over the vacation mandate. What is that all about? Well, the first settlement in the nation has been reached in a lawsuit filed by the medical staff regarding an Illinois university system's sickness vacation mandate. In the press release, Liberty Counsel said that the settlement must receive approval from the federal district court. The group added that the employees who were denied religious exemptions would be notified, and that the settlement would be notified about the settlement and given a chance to comment, object, ask to opt out, or submit a claim for a payment from this fund. So they're not going to get a lot of money, okay? It's not like these people are going to receive millions and millions and millions of dollars and they get to go live the happy life. I believe some of them are going to get upwards around $20,000. I think some of them are going to get somewhere around $3,000, something like that. But the point is they won the lawsuit. They stood their ground. They won their lawsuit. They fought for their liberties. They fought for their freedoms. And this is a black mark against this medical facility. So I think there's going to be more to come. Meanwhile, approximately 260,000 American troops are not fully vacationed despite the Biden administration mandate for military members. Now, many face the possibility of being discharged. So stand your ground. That's all I can tell you. It will come full circle if you stand your ground. All right, here is something that was concerning to me. We're going to be talking about a lot more of this tonight on the big show. But Putin declares America is Russia's top threat. What's that all about? Well, Russian leader Vladimir Putin on Sunday signed a military document that declared the United States is the primary threat to the Russian security. Now, in a nutshell, they had a parade, and it displayed all their weaponry. It displayed the battleships that they have, which I think in this article, if you want to catch, it's in Breitbart, 47 combat ships, boats, submarines. They also had fighter jets. They had a bunch of stuff. But what was concerning to me is I dropped down further in the article, and it says, during this Navy Day speech, Putin promised Zhuran hypersonic missiles would be delivered to Russian warships within the next few months. Putin frequently boasts that these missiles move so fast that American anti-missile systems cannot stop them. He also boasts that Russia is leading the world in all aspects of hypersonic technology and consequently does have effective defenses against American hypersonic weapons. So Putin is claiming that he's got the missiles that America cannot defend themselves with. And if America was to attack Russia, they do have the defenses set in place to protect Russia. Just thought I would let you guys know about that. I will be talking about it tonight on the big show. Okay, here's something I wanted to bring to your attention as well. Not only banks, but a lot of businesses doing this. Banks, the Great Reset, banks using sneaky tactics to drive public toward a cashless society. We keep talking about it. Banks are employing sneaky tactics to push towards a cashless society, a submission by a financial services union has claimed. Ireland's financial services union has accused banks in the country of employing a sneaky Trojan horse tactics in service of doing away with physical cash in a document submitted to the Irish government. So what are they doing? Little tactics, little things where they don't answer the phone. And you guys will recognize some of this. ATM machines not working. They're doing things like forcing people to go to an online service. Now, some critics will say, oh, that's a bunch of crap. Well, it's not a bunch of crap. I'm dealing with a property management place here. They don't take you in person. Everything that you do will be online. So everybody's forcing everything to go online. They're reducing their hours of service. You guys might recognize some of this stuff even here in America. Here in this little town that I'm in right now, a lot of the stores are starting to close at 9 o'clock. Walmart is no longer open 24 hours a day. They've all reduced their hours. Some of that is due to the sickness and to people who are paid to stay home, and nobody's going back to work. So just little things that they're sneaking around about that you're probably already seeing some of that. So I'm just giving you a heads up. All right, last article of today, and then I'm going to be on the road traveling. Nancy Pelosi lands in Taiwan, defies Biden administration and China. So we were watching this morning live, actually, the plane coming in. Now, there was reports that China was firing some type of weapon across the strait as a warning. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't have any kind of confirmation on that. But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi landed in Taiwan late Tuesday evening, local time, in defiance of Biden's administration and China's warning not to go. Now, the other part of this article, and you catch it in Breitbart if you'd like to, the other part of this article that I wanted to talk about was why does the Biden administration have a problem with her going? And what am I going to link that to? Well, the Biden administration opposed her trip out of fear it would further destabilize the U.S. relationship with China at a time when the U.S. is already suffering from high prices of goods, supply chain disruptions, and pursuing the green energy agenda, of all which the administration hopes it can work with China on its midterm elections loom. So here's my point of this article. We're already seeing some problems. Not every place is seeing supply chain problems. Here in this town, I go to all the stores to pay attention to what's going on. Seems like there's plenty on the shelf, but there are places across America that are having supply chain difficulties. So I was in a Western store over the weekend trying to look for a shirt, and every shirt on the rack that I seemed to pick up said "Made in China." So here's my point. If the Biden administration is so worried about pissing China off, and now we've got a rogue speaker who's just, I guess, flying around the world for whatever reason. I guess she needed a vacation, so she took off, went on a vacation on your dollar and my dollar, taxpayer dollars, pissing China off. Then what's to say China doesn't say, you know what, screw America. We're not sending any of our cargo ships to America for any kind of supplies because you guys went against our wishes. Now we're going to just, hold back supply chain. What's that going to do to the American economy? What's that going to do to everything that is supplied by China on our shelves here in America? Just a thought I thought I'd bring to your attention. So that's it for this day for Headline Hits, folks. I'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the big show. Hope you guys join us. Love you all. God bless. See you on the next one.